What's up, Frankie? I see you got your Pokemon Assassin skills going. What's going on? Welcome. Bonjour, I'm Rice. Salut. Comment vas-tu? J'espère que tout va bien. Aujourd'hui, on jouait de Pokemon Legend Zelda. And we're doing it in French, as you see. So, yeah, I do have my Pokemon skills going on here. And we're doing it en français. I didn't know you speak French. Ah, mais oui, je peux parler en français un petit. Un peu, je veux dire. Je me débrouille. So, I would say I'm intermediate at French. I'm not quite fluent yet. But yes, I can speak French. I can comprehend it much better than I can speak it. And that's why I'm practicing with Pokemon en français. I'm practicing my reading skills, my comprehension skills, and my conversational skills. I can converse in French and get my point across, but I have much to improve upon. Along with that, también puedo hablar en español. El español fue mi primer idioma, así es que, pues, obvio eso sí lo sé hablar. So I can actually speak English, I can speak Spanish, and I'm learning how to speak French. So, you know, a little bit of everything. Yo, Lord Farquaad 043, thank you for redeeming that first. They are the gold medal winner for tonight's Stream Olympics. Bienvenue, Lord Farquaad. Comment vas-tu? J'espère que tout va bien. What's up? I was just telling Rice here that I can speak English, puedo hablar en español, et je me débrouille en français, mais c'est un peu difficile pour moi de parler en français parce que le français c'est ma troisième langue. El español fue mi primer idioma, but of course, obviously I know how to speak English. That's my main language. That's the language that I speak most of the time because I am an American. I live in California, so, you know, I speak mostly English, but I do have the opportunity to speak Spanish every once in a while. I do have a rather large Mexican or Latino population community here in the area, so I do get to practice my Spanish as well, but obviously English is the main language spoken. And I am trying to get better at my French, which is why I do what I can to practice my French. And what better way to get good at speaking French than by playing some Pokemon? I've been doing this since the Sword and Shield days. So, well, maybe not quite when Sword and Shield released. I would say, okay, maybe more the Scarlet and Violet. So definitely when Scarlet released, I played that one in French. So I did do that one in French as well. Though I did not stream and record that one because I was on hiatus at that time. I wasn't really streaming. Unfortunately, I did not record any of that stuff, but I did play it in French. How's the game going? I think we're making some pretty good progress, honestly. Let's see, our main mission. Oh, I can get this. Don't forget. Nice, I got close combat now. We are on, what, main mission 31? No, 33, 34. So we're basically at the end of the game, I believe. We're in the end game. I looked up how many main missions there are, and I think there's maybe 36 or 37, maybe 38 or 39. It was definitely less than 40 though. That's what I recall. But I do believe I'm towards the end of the story. Cali is the place to be to learn Spanish. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, it depends. Depends where in California. I am actually from Oxnard, California. If anybody knows where that is, that's my hometown. I was born and raised there. I no longer live there, but that is where I'm from. There's definitely a huge Hispanic, Latino speaking, or Spanish speaking population community in that area for sure. So that would have been a really good spot to learn Spanish, which, obviously I was born and raised there. So yeah. I also had the opportunity to live in Mexico. Well, I wouldn't say live, but visit Mexico when I was growing up. My parents are from Mexico. And every summer growing up, from the time I was born up until maybe I was about 11 or 12 years old, we would go to Mexico. My grandparents lived over there. They had a home. My parents had a home out there too, so we'd go out there every summer. And I did get a chance to live out in Mexico as well for at least a few months out of the year. Basically, from the time I was a baby till about 11 or 12. So I did get that wonderful opportunity as well. And if anyone's wondering where my parents are from, and from Mexico, they're specifically from Acapulco. That's right. So if you know of any, if you've ever heard of any tourist areas in Mexico, Acapulco is a very popular tourist destination. So that's actually where my parents are from. That's where we would go spend our summers. They're actually from a smaller town, but Acapulco is the main town where, that's like the hub of the area. They're from different areas. There's like Pantla, there's Trapiche, there's the Nacimiento. So those different areas, Ixtapa, all those, that's where my roots are from. So, I did get the chance to go out and live that life too. That's pretty cool. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's a really wonderful thing to be able to say that I did get to experience living out there to some extent. Not quite, not long term, because we would only be out there maybe about a month and a half out of the year. But it was still a really wonderful experience nonetheless. Alright, let's get this Tranosif. And we continue practicing our French. Oh, but yeah, why do I speak French? Because in high school, a requirement to graduate was that I needed to take a language course. And I'll be damned if I take Spanish, because I obviously learned Spanish as a kid, and I had bilingual classes growing up from kindergarten all the way till 6th grade. So all of my elementary was literally in English and Spanish. So when I got to high school, I was not gonna retake all those basic Spanish courses because I already knew that stuff. So I decided to take French, and I really liked it. I was really developing my French skills, but it wasn't really until sometime after college that I actually got the opportunity to continue with my French skills, because in high school, well, long story short, I ended up switching high schools, and in the high school that I went to, the French class, I was so much more advanced. I was a junior in high school, then my 3rd year in high school, and I was much more advanced than the seniors there for French. So I didn't learn anything. I already knew everything they knew and more. So once I went to college, I started taking French classes here and there whenever I could, and that's how I started developing those skills again. And ever since then, I've just been doing my best to keep at it. My Monster Hunter buddy, fellow Helldiver, lives in Cali. He was with us the few times we had a third for Wilds, and one bud from high school is there too under contract. Oh, they're living out here in California? Very nice, very nice. I will say certain areas can be rather difficult to live in because it's so expensive, but if you can make it out here, woo, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Kudos to them. Making it happen. Méga tyrannosif. François, tu savais qu'on l'appelle aussi le Pokémon armure? Ça en sait des choses. Comme son nom l'indique, ce Pokémon est résistant, donc le combat risque d'être long. Cela dit, d'après les affinités de type, mon bagaille devrait être efficace contre lui. De toute façon, on n'a pas le choix, on doit le passer. La concentration des méga-forces augmente fortement autour de vous. Attention, les spécimens est sur le point d'évoluer en méga-Pokémon, méga-férox. Je suis prêt à me battre. Tu n'as peut-être pas spécialement besoin de mon aide, mais je ferai de mon mieux. Méga tyrannosif.